It's the Fellowship of the Geek Show, a weekly podcast about comics, the comic book industry, and other geek pop culture. Music courtesy of Manny the Martyr. And now, on with the show!
Hey there, everybody. It's the Fellowship of the Geeks podcast. My name is Thomas Schick, and joining me for this episode is Mike Marlowe.
Hey, gang.
Les Webster.
Hello, all.
And Liz Newman.
Hello, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
Hail, hail, the gang's all here.
Yeah.
Damn good.
Yeah.
Hope everybody out there is doing okay. And let me be the first one to say Merry Christmas. This will be dropping just a couple of days before the holiday. So go ahead and say that. So what's been going on in your corner of Galaxy?
Well, I mentioned last week that I started watching these Netflix documentaries, the ones about the music stuff. And I had mentioned that I wanted to watch the Sam Cooke one next. So I did.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man. That was dark. Now, no pun intended. But yeah, I knew that he had been murdered, but I didn't really know what all the stuff behind it was.
Right.
Dang. Yeah. That was a revelation. It's part of the remastered series. It is called The Two Killings of Sam Cooke. And I don't want to go into too many details because we don't want to have dark stuff in the show because it's a Christmas show and we're having fun.
Yeah.
But it is very interesting. It is very informative, and there are a lot of interesting people. They a lot of interesting interviews. Not the least of which was Jim Brown. His perspective was pretty dang interesting.
I love that.
As part of a group of people that was that were notable people that were associated with Sam Cooke, of which he's the last survivor, because Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X were kind of part of this little group too. So, needless to say, there was some politics involved. But it's really well done as a documentary.
This intrigues me.
Me too.
Okay.
It ain't all just gospel singing.
Okay, next.
Well, I haven't been doing a lot because I'm kind of kicked into my Christmas crafting mode. Phil, of all people, he sent me this, I guess it's going around on Facebook or something, but it's somebody who took a angel cookie cutter and they took off its head and they've made them into baby Yodas. Well, of course, my little brain starts spinning. I have these little foam things that are foam angels that, I have like a whole craft closet for the kids I watch and stuff. So I have taken these and I have cut the angels' heads off and I'm making little baby Yodas. So everybody will be getting a little baby Yoda on their Christmas gift this year. But it's a lot of work.
So much for it's not going dark.
Yes, we'll go from politically charged murders to beheading
Baby
angels.
Angels.
It sounds worse than it is. Although I'm sitting here going, I wonder what I can do with these heads.
That's not going to end well.
No, probably not.
Do you have a duffel bag?
You can put 3 in a duffel bag.
Yeah, that and all of the Christmas stuff all over TV right now. It's been pretty cool. I like this type of season.
We went to a Mexican restaurant last night, and oh my God, they were playing Christmas music. And I was like, well, if I had known that we were going to be doing this, I wouldn't have picked this place.
Right. Feliz Navidad.
No. They weren't even playing like the Spanish language Christmas music. It was straight up American Christmas music. And I was
Oh,
just like,
wow.
I wanted my salsa music, man. Come on.
Right.
Pretty fun.
Yep. I haven't done a lot of shopping in the stores yet to be overexposed to Christmas music yet. So,
Lucky you.
yeah. Walmart spoils me.
They're not
And then
playing it? Or you're just ordering online?
Well, I've been ordering online, and then I found out for like $13 a month, they'll deliver my groceries to me. So I'm like, hell yes. I don't have to deal with a cashier. I don't have to check out my own groceries. I just put the dogs up. They walk inside. They put it on my little grocery table, and boom, my grocery shopping is done. It's like every introvert's dream. I mean,
So you cut out that middleman.
I do. And I don't have to mess with in the store. It tells me on my phone if it's out of stock, So it's like, I like this. I can do this.
Get your milk that expires in 1 day because they didn't pay attention to the expiration date. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, other than Ellen, they usually send her over here with her milk. I don't buy milk for the house. It'll go bad even if it's 2 weeks off. We still drink a lot of milk.
It was an example.
Oh, well, I had it drilled in my head a long time ago that milk was for baby cows, and I'm not a baby cow, so I don't drink milk.
Do you eat a lot of cheese?
No, me and dairy don't get along too well.
Partly because you're not a baby cow.
Right. But if I do, it's very light, or it's like ranch. I know it's got milk in there. So I haven't made a stand against milk. I just don't like to drink milk,
Yeah, you kind of made a stand against milk.
Yeah. Well, before I got pregnant with my first kid, I was a vegetarian. And I got really, 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 really sick. And the doctor was kind of like, hey, what's going on?
Eat a damn chicken every so often, would you please?
You need some protein in you, you need some omegas. Nowadays, I will say there are so many options to where it would be easier to be vegetarian if you want to be. But I like my hamburgers sometimes, so... Sorry.
There is that.
Yeah.
I, for one, am a fan also, so.
Yeah. But I do kind of sometimes feel like I'm calling myself a hypocrite. I do so much work to save dogs, and people are like, well, what if it was dog meat? And it's like, well, we're not from that part of the world.
It's not. So that's a stupid point, honestly.
Right. And I've never seen them like that. Someone had said pets aren't here for us. They're here with us. And it's like, yes, they are. But my dog depends on me to feed him. So he'll always be my pet until he can open that can himself, right? I don't know. I haven't leaped over into the cow, but I am the kind of person, if I see its face, I definitely won't be eating it. You can't do it. If I've given it a name in my head, nope. That thing's going to live forever, or I'll bury it.
It has an option.
Yeah. Phil has an aqua garden where you keep fish on the bottom. No, this is kind of like survival kind of thing, because you have your fish who have babies, of course, and they keep the fish population going. But they give nutrients to your plants and stuff and help your plants grow. Well, the ideal behind this is you can raise your vegetables and still have your protein, which is the fish. It's like, no. How can you eat little Blinky?
Wow.
So they're just basically fertilizer at this point.
I'm just picturing Phil sitting in there with a tiny little fishing rod with the line down into this tank.
Right. Well, and most of these we've relocated. We've caught them from, or he has. I don't fish. He's
There's a
caught them
shock.
from local rivers and that kind of thing, little creeks and that kind of stuff. So they're all local fish. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but but yeah, yeah, I would definitely I would die in apocalypse because I would have had all the animals' names.
Oh, jeez.
Well, and eventually you'd have to kill and eat Phil. So, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't do that either. For one, he's armed.
Well, that's never mind. Again,
He
we
runs a
don't need.
lot faster than me.
That's never mind.
Yeah, we're trying not to go dark.
Bad example. Right. This would get real
Merry
dark
Christmas.
real fast.
Right.
This is not Black Christmas. This is regular Christmas, okay?
Did anyone know that movie was coming out?
Not until like the last few days before it came out. Yeah.
See,
Yeah, I'd seen it for several weeks.
have you?
Yeah.
I haven't ever seen a trailer for it or any kind of advertisement. I've told you guys how well I keep up with those anyways. But the only thing I saw about it was when they finally released an article about it flopping. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, because apparently their advertisement really sucked on this movie.
I've seen stuff on Twitter and Facebook that sponsored ads. I've seen that for the last few days, but I never saw the main trailer. And Les and I were actually talking about this at the meetup last night. I finally sat down to watch the trailer, and I'm like, oh my God, you gave the whole freaking movie away. I don't need to watch this now.
Yeah.
In their defense, it's a remake.
No, well, it's a remake, but it's not the same story. So it's really a remake in name only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the trailer either, so.
Yeah. I hadn't heard a lot about it at all, other than it didn't do too well.
Well, because I've been seeing, like I said, I've been seeing the stuff on Facebook and the sponsored ads on Facebook and Twitter. And I finally watched the video on YouTube, and I was like, after it finished, I was like, oh my God. And I started reading the comments, and it was very similar to what I had, but, it's apparently the director, which I can't remember her name, was like, she had a political agenda what she wanted to do with this film. I'm like, okay, that's okay, but the problem is it looks like it's not that much. When you basically make the big reveal in your trailer, then you kind of ruin everything. We talked about this a few weeks ago with Terminator Genesis. When the trailer came out and they revealed that not only was John Connor in present day, but he had been turned into a Terminator, I was going, that should not have been in the teaser. That should not have been in the trailer. That should have been an oh my God moment in the theater. Which, of course, would turn around and be spoiled by everybody who saw it opening day, but that's not anything that the studios can control. They can't control that.
Oh, yeah, they can, because they can spoil it themselves in the trailer.
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, it's kind of like, I guess trying to be preventive. We don't want you to spoil it, so we'll spoil it for you. Okay.
All right. People don't ever apparently want a surprise in a theater again, so we'll just go ahead and spoil it all ourselves every time. That'll be fun.
And cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you're saving yourself about $12 or so when everything's kind of thrown out there at you. So, I liked the original Black Christmas. The one that the remake that came out about a decade or so ago was okay, but I watched that trailer and I was just like, I mean, it was kind of interesting and all that until they did that big reveal, and I'm just like, really? Oh, okay. Not sure exactly what the thinking is here, but okay. And all I'll say is there's not one killer. There's more than one. I'll just say that much because I'm not spoiling anything. Damn, it's in the damn trailer. It's in the official trailer.
Right.
Wow.
It is in the official trailer. This is not something that was just made up by someone who went in a premiere or something like that and sat there and recorded it on their phone or something and just pieced something together. This was officially released by the studios. And I'm like, I don't understand what the thinking was. But that's just me.
Apparently, based on the comments, it wasn't just you, but anyway.
Yeah. I'm reading some of the reviews, and they're like, yawn.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, it did about somewhere between 4 and 5 million, where Jumanji did 60.
Dang.
Seeing Frozen still kicking butt at over $1 billion. That's only been.
$1 billion this weekend?
Huh?
It did over $1 billion this weekend?
Uh-huh. Well, they've crossed over the billion mark. Yeah, they're like, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, but it's been out.
Yeah, it broke
It broke $1 billion. Not just the weekend, no. Yeah. I think it was like 345 million in opening weekend.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
You know? Especially since I'm hearing it's not really that good. But anyway.
Yeah.
I kind of heard that too. And then I was going to take one of the little girls that I watch. She's 3. And I've been told by a couple of people, no, not that the theme gets dark, but like the lighting in the theater gets really dark. Like she's about to go into a forest and it stays dark for like a good minute. And it's like, oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that could be. It's good to know that ahead of time because that could be bad for a little kid.
She hates the dark. That's the one thing that we've never been able to get over is the dark. So it's like, well, we'll wait. Well, you know, I'm sure Disney will stream it and we'll watch it at home with the lights on.
really bright lights.
Yeah. But yeah, I had heard it wasn't as good either. But I think a lot of people put some expectations onto this movie that Disney never agreed to or even thought about doing. So when the movie came out, it disappointed a lot of people, but it was kind of like, well, for one, Disney never said they were going to take it in that direction. And for two, you know, that's not the story they want to give right now, you know.
It seems to me like there were some elements in the first one that were a little on the dark side, too. So, I mean, I can't say I'm real surprised that it's dark.
Yeah. But. And, you know, the original story of the Snow Queen's pretty dang dark. You know? So,
like a lot of fairy tales.
Right. You know, she wasn't the good singing queen, you know.
So how about you, Les?
I'm still trying to figure out what you were talking about, Liz. What the hell is Baby Yoda? I'm sorry, I'm in the dark on this.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's not on social media a lot. So. He's like invaded everywhere.
Briefly, the big Star Wars thing that's going on right now is on Disney Plus. There's a series called The Mandalorian.
Yes.
There's a character that appears to be from the race that Yoda is from, which is still unnamed to the best of my knowledge, unless they've named it.
No, they have not named him. They still call him the kid.
Yeah, and so.
And one thing about that too, I think we're almost. I think episode 5 just came out.
Yeah.
I really like the series. Don't get me wrong, but I'm getting to the point where it's like, come on, what the fuck is going on? You know, you got to tell us something. You got to tell us why they wanted him and what the hell. I mean, you know, there's only so many little stories you can take where you can pull out this little cute guy and go, oh look, you know, without giving us something. But they've told us nothing. So it's kind of like, people are worried about spoilers, and it's like, guess what? There aren't any right now.
They're not telling you anything. There's nothing to spoil.
Nothing. But 5 episodes in, you should have some kind of, this was the mission, and this is what they were trying to do, and this is, this is why they want him. They've never even told us that much. So it's kind of like, come on, you're going to have to,
You'd think at some point. I mean, especially since
Well,
I've been hearing that it's only going to be like 10 episodes or something.
Right. And we're halfway through, so it's kind of like you still haven't told us everything that happened in the first episode has yet to be explained. It seems like it's like these little short stories that we're getting. None of them, other than the Mandalorian and the baby, none of them have anything to do with each other. So it's kind of like, you're gonna have to give us some more story. If you want people to keep watching, you're gonna have to give them a story. And I don't feel like we're getting that right now. I feel like they hit on something with Baby Groot, and they're like, oh my goodness, we can turn millions of people into puddles with cuteness. And that's where this concept came up with. Good, yes. I mean, everybody likes cute, but that only lasts for so long. You're going to have to tell me something.
Everybody likes a story too. And
yeah.
Cute.
What makes him special?
Right.
So
far, all we've seen him do is drink soup out of a mug.
Yeah.
And I say this, I have not watched the show yet, but
right.
Correct me if I'm wrong at any point in this. But yeah,
no.
So far we're really just riding the cute wagon.
Yeah, and like I said, the stories they're giving us are good. And matter of fact, one of my guys from Sons of Anarchy, Bobby, he was on there. And it was like, oh, this is cool. But even that story was so disconnected from the other stories they've given to us, But like I said, one thing in common is they're after them. Why? Why do they want this thing? And there was and there was some things that happened in the first episode that I think they should really hit on it before people forget that was said or done, And they haven't done that so far. So they need to speed it up a little bit and give us a story, not stories, just what's the deal, Why will people go from galaxy to galaxy to find this thing? Why? Tell me. I want to know.
I don't know. I've seen you chase down cute pretty tenaciously.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which is another thing that surprised me with, there's no toys, there's no nothing for Christmas this year. I would have bought that stuff up. Matter of fact, what they have released, I've already put pre-orders in for May.
Damn.
May. So they really, I think, missed the wagon on that one too.
The ball.
Mm?
They dropped
because
the ball.
At that point, season 1 is going to be over, In May, half of the year in, we may have already started season 2.
Right. Well over. That's the deal. It's going to be long over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll be on Blu-ray DVD then. Yes.
See, I was wondering if they were going to do that. There's a couple of the series.
I can't see them not doing it.
If they think they can sell a few, they will do it.
Yeah. Because not everybody has Disney Plus, and they've heard so much about it. Plus, not only that, there was High School Musical. They have a series going on. And there was one other one. I can't remember, but it was kind of like High School Musical that was popular. So I couldn't see them missing out on that opportunity of...
Cop Rock?
I don't think it was that.
That was lost at the first.
That probably should never have happened at all. But anyway.
True.
And then the Lady and the Tramp that they've done, that's really good too. So I don't know if, their originals are if they'll sell them.
I bet they'll sell them if they think they can sell them.
If they think they can make some money, like Mike said, then yeah, they will do it.
Which is why it surprised me that they didn't hop on toys quicker.
We talked about this a little bit last week. If they start the whole thing with that was the whole spoiler about the first episode. That was the big reveal. If they had started putting out, because they had already done toys and stuff for the Mandalorian himself. Because I've seen some of my friends on Facebook already had it by the time the show started.
Yeah.
If they had shown, here's Baby Yoda or whatever, first of all, they got to name him because they can't just call it Baby Yoda. But I guess that's what they're pretty much doing. If they had listed that stuff 2 months ago, everybody would go, what's this about?
Yeah.
That would have kind of ruined the big reveal. So, I granted, it doesn't need the stuff doesn't need to be coming out 6 months from now.
Yeah.
But there should have been something. There should have been some kind of midway thing.
There should have. Well, and maybe that's part of the spoiler is what the kid's name is. You know?
Yeah.
So.
Maybe.
Oh, I didn't mean to hijack you there, Les. That's a Baby Yoda.
He asked.
Yeah, he asked. Cute radar went off.
I'm so sorry I did.
I mean, it's really good. I've enjoyed watching it, and I always look forward to the new one coming out. But I just don't think they've put a story together for us.
So far.
I've heard comparisons to westerns, primarily maybe even spaghetti westerns, some of the better ones. I've heard comparisons to Lone Wolf and Cub.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've heard. I mean, it's overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah.
About this series.
It is, and I think if I had to put it in terms of comic books, I would call each episode a one shot. They all have that, one little tie that keeps it together, but the stories are one and done. They've wrapped up each one.
Interesting.
Episodic.
Yeah, there you go. Episodic.
So. Anything else, Les?
Yes. I spoke with Thomas about this yesterday. I'm going to ask that our listeners make sure they've listened to our episode from last week, because last week when we discussed the black hole, it was brought up that one of us had misinterpreted what was going to be discussed.
What the movie was? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
wondered
fine.
who that was.
Well, no one was going to say anything, but since we did.
Yeah, everybody was scratching heads going, what the hell? But I attended AGFA this past week, the American Film Genre Archive movie at the Alamo Theater. And lo and behold, the movie that was discussed or misdiscussed showed. And this was not The Blob, neither the 50s version or the 80s version.
Mm-hmm.
This was Beware the Blob.
Oh, the second one, right?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And I laughed my butt off. It was so much fun to sit and watch this going, this is crap.
It's on YouTube in its entirety. Maybe I'll link it in the show notes because I still need to watch it myself. Maybe I'll watch it this week.
Yeah. Go ahead, Les.
Oh, I was going to say, it is Larry Hagman's debut as a director. It is also the demise of Larry Hagman as a director, which made it that much funnier.
Right.
So, thanks for opening my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Anytime.
to get 2 for 1 like this is just too much fun. So that was kind of.
I was just going to say, Mike mentioned the movie being on YouTube. He actually posted a link in our group page, just to kind of make us aware of it. And I got about 2 minutes into the film.
2.
Not well. I mean, I had to I had to stop because I had to do other things. But it was so crazy. The opening credits. I'm sitting here going, this is the wrong film.
Yeah.
Because the whole film is the whole opening credit sequence is a kitten in a field. And I'm like, this can't be Beware the Blob. What does this have to do with a goddamn kitten in a field?
Well, maybe the kitten's going to get eaten. Who knows? By the
Well,
I
blob.
like
By the
that.
blob.
Vincent Price. Damn it. Now I've got to kill the cat.
I guess I need to watch the film to find out, but I'm just like, because I was like, what? I mean, this humongous question mark just formed over my head as I'm watching this, and then, and then the film starts up, and I'm like, okay, what did the kitten have to do with what's going on here? Because here's the guy with, with home with his wife and that kind of stuff, and that's about as far as I got. But I'm just going, okay, it's okay, all right, interesting. So I definitely want to watch.
You're actually piquing my interest even more with all of this. Strangely enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
at
have
least
to watch
this
the
way
second one.
I'm getting a sense of what I'm in for, and it sounds just crazy enough to be fun.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is crazy as hell. I mean, well, Les obviously thought so, but it's just, I was just like, this has to be mislabeled. I mean, I don't know. It's just so like,
They uploaded the wrong video to this.
well, I mean, even the graphics had it as like Beware the Blob, but you're still seeing this kitten just sitting there meowing or just kind of walking around in the field. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's exactly it.
See,
okay.
the kitten's probably going to be the one that destroys the blob.
Yeah.
And that's probably the deal.
And of course, Les is not going to spoil it for us because he's not that type of person.
Because he's more cruel than that, right? It would be more torturous.
Well, if you want.
No, that's okay.
No, we'll watch it. I had mentioned earlier that we had our monthly meet and gab, which was fun, as always. A special shout out to longtime friend of the fellowship and longtime listener to the podcast, Danny. Saw him for the first time in a while. He was able to spend a little time with us. It was great seeing you there, Danny. Hope to see you again here real soon. And I want to thank everybody else who showed up. It was a blast, as always, and especially watching that damn Mavericks game. Woo! But other than that, it's just been kind of, once again, kind of a big bag of nothing for me. It's kind of strange. I guess it's that time of year. I don't know. But, I mean, other than kind of catching up on some Mystery Science Theater 3000 that I have not seen before, which was good and bad.
It was good because it was bad.
It was good because it was bad, so yeah. And since I mentioned meetups, it's already been posted for our next meetup in January. It will be Saturday, January 11th, 2020. It's already 2020. God, 2020. Already on our website. The Fellowship of Geeks. Just click on the Events tab. If you're not aware of what Meet and Gab is, it's our monthly meetup where you can come hang out with us if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Just come hang out, have some great conversation, great food. We meet at Wing City, which is located at 1456 Beltline Road in Garland. The zip is 75044. And we usually meet at 7 o'clock. And so come join us if you'd like. We also we're still taking donations for comic books for kids, the charity that we are working with, to get comics to kids that are in hospitals and cancer centers. There's information there in the events page, and there's also its own tab on the website. You'll see it as CB4K. If you'd like to know more information about this charity, and if you'd like to help out, we are looking for new or like new, all-age and teen comics, no mature titles, please. If you'd like to make a financial contribution, we advise you to just go to their website, and there's a PayPal. You can do it through PayPal. They have all that information there. There's also an online store that they have. You can get some of the books that have special variant covers where all the proceeds go to the charity, and that in turn helps fund the shipping costs to get books across the United States and in Canada to all the hospitals that are in the network. And there's also a coloring book that features original art from some big names in the comic book industry. Volume 1, there may still be a couple of copies left. I'm not sure. I haven't checked recently, but there's a Volume 2 that's going to be coming in the not-too-distant future, and some of the names that have been announced that will be a part of this are pretty freaking incredible. So I highly recommend getting these coloring books. They're only $10 a piece, and that $10, I mean, like I said, goes to the shipping costs for the comics. So it's a great deal, and you're helping out a worthy cause. So definitely check out our CB4K page on our website, or you can just do a search or go to www.cb4k.org. That'll get you to their website as well, and you see all the publishers that are involved with the charity, all the hospitals that are in the network, and some amazing testimonials from people who have received the comics and what that's meant to them. We highly recommend you checking that out, and we're happy to be part of this charity organization and try to help out the best that we can. So come see us, have some fun, have some food, have some good food, and if you want to help out an amazing charity organization, then by all means, please do. We would appreciate it. Alrighty. For this week, we are doing something a little different. With it being just right around Christmas, we literally, like I said, a couple of days before the holiday. I don't know how it is with you guys or you in the audience, but usually for us, when I think of Christmas, there's the gifts, there's the decorations, and the music and all that. But there's also getting together with the family and just having some good times. And sometimes that involves playing games. So I thought for our, I guess you call this our Christmas episode, we're going to play a game. And the game that we'll be playing is called Weird Things Humans Search For. This is a game that's been out for a year or two from Big Potato Studios. And I stumbled across this game, and I'm like, this looks interesting. The premise is you're given part of a search engine phrase, and you as players have to guess what the the most popular search engine, the last half of that search engine phrase. And these are legit search engine phrases. This is based off information that people have actually put in the search engines to try to find out answers. That's kind of the crazy sad thing about this game when you start kind of going into it. Like a perfect example, I've got a card here. I'll go through this. Okay. This one starts off with "My feet look." So there's a list of 10 words or phrases that finishes off the start of that search engine term, phrase, or whatever you call it. The whole thing is the players are supposed to write down a main answer and then a backup answer. So you're supposed to come up with two different terms basically. And if your main answer is the most popular one, then you win 2 points. If it's not, but it's on the list, then you get a 1 point. So anywhere from 0 to 2 points just on your first answer. And then your backup answer, if it's on the list, anywhere on the list, it doesn't even matter if it's number 1, it's your backup, that would be 1 point. Okay?
Sounds reasonable.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So let me go back to this one. I said, "My feet look." So just out of curiosity, what would you think? How would you answer that one? And then we'll go over the rules, and then we'll start this up.
My feet
Cute.
look like monkey feet.
Cute.
Wes?
Let's go with old.
Well, of the three of y'all, Les's answer is on the list.
No.
It's third. So I'll go ahead and do the list here. I'll go from 10 to 1. The number 10 was like hands. 9 is white. 8 is red. 7 is gray. 6 is dirty. 5 is blue. 4 is yellow. 3 is old. 2 is swollen. The most popular search term was purple.
I was expecting to like hobbits on there, but no.
Purple?
My feet look purple. That's a lot less
Purple.
funny than I was
Well,
expecting for this one.
Well, I understand. That was just an example.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm sure some of them will be funny.
Some of them will be some of them will be kind of crazy. So, with how the rules are stated is basically what I did is I would read off the list, and then y'all obviously would be like raise your hand saying, "Oh, I got that answer," and that kind of thing. Obviously, we can't do that since we're not in the same room. So what I would figure we would do is I will give you the rules say 1 minute. I would be happy to give y'all 2 minutes to come up with your two. You think that's enough time?
Oh, that sounds like thrilling radio. Jeez.
Well, I understand. Well, do you think you can come up with 2 in 1 minute?
I can do the do 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 do.
While you're thinking of answers.
You're trying to come up with the answers?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh,
I'm multi-talented.
Oh, I think we got a show title there.
Yeah. We got something there. I don't know what. But what I do after the time limit, and we can discuss that. We'll go in alphabetical order. So Wes, Liz, and then Mike. You give me your 2 answers, and then I can tell you how many points you've got off that particular round, and then I'll read off the entire list.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Cool.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Let's do it.
Let me pull up the clock. We gotta make this official.
I'm going to have to edit the shit out of this, too.
Well, do you want to make it a minute? You think y'all can do that in a minute?
Let's try a minute.
Okay.
And
That's fine.
in a pinch, we can even speed it up more than that if we have to.
Okay.
How about a half hour?
How about damn?
He's gonna go poll everybody.
You don't have phone friends here, Les. I'm sorry. That's not an option.
I'd like to use my lifeline.
Yeah.
$1. Oh, no, wait, wrong
I'll
game.
buy that for $1.
I want my $2.
Door number 3. Door number 3.
No whammies.
Okay, so does this sound agreeable?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, let's. I've got a few cards here, so let's start off with this one then. Okay, I'll go ahead and give you the term. I'll give you the phrase, and then I'll let you know when I start the timer. Okay.
Cool.
All right. First one. I think I'm turning into a. I think I'm turning into a. Ready? And you got two answers. You got to come up with two answers. One's your main, one's your backup. Go. And just let me know when you're done.
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 All right, I'm done.
Okay. All right, Les.
I think I'm turning into an old man.
Okay, what's your backup?
You realize these don't have to be literal and true, right?
My backup is werewolf.
Okay, Liz, yours.
Mine is monster, and my backup is dog. All the dog hair I have all over me all the time. I feel like I'm turning into a dog.
Okay. Mike.
Okay, my main one is liberal, and my backup is badger. I have no idea why all the backups are animals, but that's okay.
Okay, for that round, Les has 1 point. Liz and Mike have 0.
Wah wah.
Wah, wah.
Old man was on the list.
No.
Werewolf was on the list.
Werewolf was
Okay.
on the list.
Well, a dog's kind of a werewolf, right?
Whatever.
The lichen breed, you know.
I meant to say werebadger. Yeah, that's it.
Werebadger,
Okay,
yeah.
Sure.
I'll
Okay.
back you up.
The most popular search term was psychopath.
Ah, my ex.
Followed by werewolf, vampire, narcissist, zombie, girl, recluse, sociopath, mermaid, cat.
We all had the
Cat
wrong
made the
animal.
list.
Cat made
Dog
the list.
didn't.
All had the wrong animal. That's sad.
I was robbed.
No, you were Rob. You
No,
were
you
wrong.
No, you were wrong. There's a difference, right? So was I. You know, it's fine.
Okay.
Yikes.
Interesting list, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, the sad thing is, like I said, this is based on
Real searches.
real searches. Yes. Okay.
I almost went with zombie because I think there's a song called I Was a Teenage Zombie or something, but
Well, I was a teenage werewolf. There was a movie.
yep.
Rush did a song called I Think I'm Going Bald.
Or I think I'm turning Japanese.
Oh, God.
Wasn't that?
Okay. Sidetrack. Okay, this guy at work and I have been torturing one of our coworkers because she apparently was like completely out of reality for a good chunk of the 80s. And so the way my one coworker has been torturing the other is by sending her random music videos from songs from that era, just to see if she recognizes them or not. And about a week and a half ago, Turning Japanese was the song that he picked. And he then went down the rabbit hole himself and found, I think he said it was like 16 different versions of that song.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
And he's like, that doesn't even scratch the surface. That's just what I could find on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, because in the 90s, that was like a big club hit and stuff. So I'm sure there was like 20 versions just for the clubs, you know.
It was the one that the one he sent me like 5 of them, and I didn't watch them all because most of them were just like weird hair metal versions of it. The one that was really interesting was a couple of Hawaiian guys playing it on a pair of ukuleles.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was actually really good. It's a terrible song. I just want to state that right up front.
Yeah.
It's a terrible song.
It
It
is.
was actually really kind of cool with the ukuleles.
That would be pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Round two.
And I am not putting links to that on the show notes.
I'm surprised you're actually tolerating it as much as you hate the 80s.
It has been an interesting journey into kind of the years of therapy that I had to give myself over that.
You're peeling back.
It's actually, at this point, it's like funny to me, mostly. So, I mean, I guess it's been long enough that I'm not just revolted.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not like going out and buying these
That's
songs.
80s words.
No, it's just kind of interesting because I just know how much you do not like the 80s.
I still don't.
80s.
Right, and I still don't. I mean, these are all terrible, but I've gotten beyond the initial revulsion. I mean, kind of like with Les and his movies, eventually it gets to where it's just sort of funny. So, you know.
Yeah.
I'm coping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, round two. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Does swallowing gum. That's it. Does swallowing gum. Go.
I'm done.
Okay.
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 Alrighty. Bless.
My first one is stay in your stomach. And the second is make you burp.
Okay.
My first one is poop funny. And my second is make you pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you know there's somebody who misspelled something.
Wow. Okay. My first one is hurt you. And my second one is grow in your stomach.
Okay. Something kind of interesting here. I mean, if we want to be literal, then Mikey gets 1 point less and Liz gets 0. Because the most popular one was make you constipated.
That'd be poop funny.
That's it.
Right?
See? That's why I say if we're going to be literal. But, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is hurt you.
Ooh.
3 is do anything. 4 is add calories. 5 is harm your baby. What the hell?
You know, you don't want your baby chewing gum blowing bubbles in there.
Okay. Next one is kill you. One after that is give you diarrhea. So once again, it's like if we're being literal,
You know what? Give her a point for it.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, given that
all right.
given it goes both direct, there's basically two answers that say that. Give her a point.
Yeah, I'll give the point. That's fine.
Yay.
Okay. Here's the other one. Takes 7 years to digest. That's kind of similar to what Les said.
Yeah.
He said stay in the stomach. Didn't you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So should I give him a point for that?
No.
He says
Okay.
no.
Okay. All right.
It's not me. I'll take the point.
Okay. We're not done yet. Here's the last two are awesome. Cause appendicitis. Give you cancer.
Oh God.
Okay.
Wow.
So after 2 rounds, it is a 3-way tie.
Woo.
Yay.
So, okay, here we go. Next one. Are we ready?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Will I go to hell for?
Jeez.
Will I go to hell? Ready?
Wait. Say it again.
Will I go to hell for?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
Wow. That's the fastest we've done. That's about 16 seconds.
Well,
Okay.
one, we're getting the hang of it, and two, holy cow, this one's easy.
Right. So with my upbringing.
Well, but you got to remember, this is we're talking about the general public. We're not talking,
Yeah.
Okay, Les.
First one I have is committing adultery. And the second answer is swearing.
That's kind of what I
That's
have.
what I mean, damn it.
Okay.
I have cursing and having sex.
Okay. Mike.
My first one is jerking off, and the second one is cursing the Pope.
That's oddly specific.
Right.
Isn't it, though? That's what popped into my head, though.
Okay. Les gets a point. Liz gets a point. Mike does not get a point.
Oh, dang it, really?
Yeah.
I guess I was too specific.
Yeah. Okay, the number one answer, or the number one search term, is smoking cigarettes.
Wow.
They want to know if they're going to be smoking for smoking.
Number 2 is divorce. Number 3, having a tattoo.
Wow.
4 is living with my boyfriend. Number 5 is lying. 6, eating pork. 7, celebrating Christmas.
Wow.
What? What? Okay.
Yeah. Some religions.
Yeah, some sects of Christianity.
Yes.
Yeah,
no.
seriously.
But just overall,
Yeah.
8, not being baptized.
Oh, I didn't think of that one.
9, cheating. Now, it's kind of generic, so should I give Liz and Les points for cheating?
Adultery's more cheating. I was meaning more of having sex like before marriage kind of thing. So mine wasn't a cheating.
I'd say give it to Les, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, committing adultery is just a fancy way of saying cheating.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to say give us both because living with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
You see?
What do you think, Mike?
Okay.
Okay.
I ain't exactly playing to win here, so why not?
Okay. And number 10 is swearing.
Ah.
Yeah, not at the Pope, just
Not
in
at
general.
the no. I didn't say swearing. I said cursing.
Well, cursing.
So,
Well, I would have.
I was going. Again, oddly specific. So.
If you said cursing, I would have given it to you.
Right.
Cursing, swearing. Yeah. Okay.
What are the scores right now?
Okay. Les and Liz are tied at 3. Mike, you're at 1.
Okay.
Okay. Round 4. And I do have a tiebreaker in case we need one, which we may need one. Okay. Round 4. Are aliens... Once again, that's are aliens... Okay? You ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Me too.
Wow.
I think we're getting the hang of this.
Yeah, I think so, because, I mean, not even 7 seconds. All right, Les.
I'm going to go with real. And second one is illegal.
Okay, Liz.
No, it's undocumented.
You know, it's no fun being an illegal alien.
That's right.
I have real and reading my mind.
Okay.
There's a pamphlet joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, I think so. Mike?
Okay, so my first answer was gray. And my second one is responsible for the pyramids.
I can see the pyramids being on there.
I like those, Mikey. Unfortunately, neither one of them are on the list.
Damn it, really?
Probably green. They're
Les?
green, not gray.
Les has 2 points. Liz has 2 points. They both got the most popular answer. Real.
Ooh.
See, apparently I already know whether they're real or not, so I would.
I guess so.
That.
Yeah. Right.
Have you found home, E.T.?
And for the rest of the list, number 2 is demons. 3 is Among Us. 4, Liz will know the answer to this one, in the Bible. 5 is On Earth. 6 is Coming. 7 is Watching Us. 8 is Under the Ocean. 9, Dangerous. 10, Just Us from the Future. Mike would never get that because he doesn't like time travel.
No, that's a good one.
It's a good one.
That's a really good one.
So after 4 rounds, we still have a tie with Les and Liz at 5. Okay, so here we go. Round 5. Will video games... Once again, that's will video games. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Ready? Go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, this one took a little bit longer. There's too many options here. I gotta get that. All right, Les.
I have first become obsolete, and second is become real.
Okay. Liz.
I have rot my brain or give me seizures.
Okay, Mike.
That's funny. My first one is make kids violent, and my second one is cause seizures.
Okay. Les, 0 points.
Woohoo!
Liz, 2 points.
Woohoo!
For rot your brain, the number 1 answer.
That's the number 1 lie we parents tell our kids.
Mike, I'm on the fence because you said make kids violent. It lists make you violent.
Oh, and I almost worded it that way, but I didn't. So y'all decide.
I'd give it to him.
I'd give it.
That's a pity point if I ever saw one, by the way.
So,
Oh, you found this out. Okay.
so the list is rot your brain, ever die, replace movies, Be in the Olympics.
That's
Be
wishful
on,
thinking there.
be on sale for Black Friday.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Be in heaven.
No, because you're going to hell from the last question.
Right. Make you violent. Ever be like the Matrix. Make us smarter. Ever look like real life. And with that, Liz wins. With 7 points.
Yay!
Well, I'm going to get a recall on this because I think I got both answers.
Okay.
Become obsolete, and you said what? Never die?
Let me. Obsolete. Ever die? You want to give that to him?
Yeah.
Will it cause another tie? Let's hear the other one first.
Okay, yeah, let's hear the other one.
What was the last one you said?
Ever look like real life?
Become real.
Yeah.
Damn. He's got a point.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
he just wants to play another round.
Then he's got 2 points. So okay. So we got to do a tiebreaker. Well, Mikey, you get to sit this one out. How about that?
Bullshit, I'm playing.
Okay.
I can't win, but I don't care. It's fun.
Okay. Let's see.
Although if they keep tying, and
Yeah.
we keep doing tiebreaker rounds, I could catch up and pass them.
Yep.
Yep, that's true.
I don't think we're going to let this go that long, but it's possible.
Well, we'll do one tiebreaker, and then we can play another game of it if you want to. If that's something y'all want to do. Okay, tiebreaker. Okay, everybody, it's all skate. It's okay. We ready?
Uh-huh.
Why do pirates? We ready?
Sure.
Go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I'm good.
Alrighty. Les.
First one is have eye patches. And the second one is have parrots.
Okay.
My first one is want my booty. And the second is drink rum.
Okay, Mike.
The sad thing is I think I can answer the drink rum one. My first one is have peg legs, and the second one is talk funny.
Okay. We may have to discuss this a little bit.
That's half the fun right there.
Les has 2 points. Liz may have 2 points. Mike has 1. The number 1 answer is have parrots.
Ah.
Arr.
Arr.
Number 2 was have peg legs. 3 is drink rum. 4 is say R. 5 is wear patches. 6 is wear eyeliner. Next one's get scurvy. Next one after that, call it booty. That was one I was going to. Yeah. Next one's bury treasure. And the final one is make good singers.
Do pirates
they're
make
all
good
drunk.
singers?
Yeah, they're all drunk. Who would notice?
You're asking the wrong.
Yeah, oh no, I wasn't expecting. That was purely rhetorical.
I have the technical answer for that.
So the booty question.
So the booty is up for debate.
Let's talk about the booty.
Arr.
What was the number 1 answer?
Number 1's answer was have parrots. Have parrots.
Okay, so that's worth 2 points, right?
Yeah.
Right. But that wasn't your first choice.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah. If that was your main choice, then you would have had 3 points.
Yeah. Okay.
So
My tendency is Booty got mentioned, I'd say give it to her.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we ended the tie.
Yay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Ties are good. Ties are okay.
Ties are okay.
It's
My
like
booty
kissing
broke
your
the
sister.
tie.
All right. Y'all want to play one more game?
Yeah.
Y'all up for one more game?
All
Okay.
right.
Well, that went kind of quick. Yeah. It wasn't too long. All right. Let me see if I can find a good one to start off with. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. We ready?
Sure.
Okay. In the future, will there be, once again, that's in the future, will there be, we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Go.
Okay.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay. Les.
In the future, will there be sexes?
Okay. What's your second?
And second is television.
Okay.
I have flying cars and sidewalks. The Jetsons didn't have sidewalks.
Okay. Mikey.
Okay. My first answer is sex. And my second one is flying cars.
Okay.
We've covered everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One may be up for discussion. We can debate it. We'll see. But right now, as it stands, Les has 0 points. Liz has 2.
Ooh.
Mike has 1. The number one answer is flying cars.
Yay.
The next one is one race. Number 3 is any work left.
That was what again?
Any work left.
Yeah,
Okay.
when all our jobs have been replaced by robots.
I guess so.
They took your job.
4 is zombies.
That's the workforce.
Yeah. Number 5 is Mike's favorite thing, time machines.
Hey.
6, a cure for herpes. 7, religion. 8 is robots. Well, there's robots now, so
Right.
moving on. 9, 500 TV channels.
Ooh. Hell, I think
10,
there's 500 TV channels now.
I was going to say, mine has 1,000 and something with all the music and stuff.
10 is peace.
Oh, well, that's a dream right there. Jeez.
Yeah, so say, sadly, probably not.
I'm glad that made the list.
Me too.
Yeah, isn't it sweet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made the list over sex, for crying out loud. Come on now.
See,
I guess sex was a given. I
It
don't
was
know.
probably
they
number
see
11.
Avatar, they're not worried about sex.
They're worried about zombies taking their jobs. That's what they're worried about.
I guess so.
Okay. All right. Round 2. This should be interesting. My neighbor keeps. Okay?
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
This should be an interesting one. Okay. All right, Les.
Not to have any interest. Loud dog and keeps ferrets.
Keeps ferrets?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Liz.
I have peeping in my window and and letting his dog poop on my yard.
Okay, Mikey.
My first one is watching me, and then I have digging holes in his yard.
Okay, we may discuss this a little bit. We'll see. All right, the number one answer.
I'm playing with a lot of paranoids here.
The number one answer is calling the police on me.
Ooh, interesting.
Okay.
Go inside to smoke. They can't smell it.
Number two, you say that, hang on. Number two is trespassing.
Ah.
Number three is smoking weed. 4 is hitting my car. 5 is harassing me. 6 is opening my mail. Next one is copying me.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
I guess. Next one is taking my cat.
Taking my cat.
Yes, taking my cat.
They grabbed her kitty.
Mm-hmm. Next one is using my driveway. And the last one is shooting his gun.
So basically none of us got any points.
No points there. No points.
Go figure.
That was I probably should not have pulled that one.
No, that's fine.
That's all right. That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. We got some fun answers out of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. I think we have some good ones here. All right, round 3. Just kind of a point update. It's Liz with 2, Mike with 1, Les with 0.
No.
Round 3. Can giraffes okay?
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. There's some interesting ones. I'll just say that much here. Les.
The first one I have is sing, and the second is gargle.
All right, Liz.
I have blow their nose and give high fives.
Yeah, they're the ferrets that my neighbor has.
Mm-hmm.
See, I have a friend who has ferrets. I don't know what your deal with ferrets is, other than they're disgusting creatures. But anyway, giraffes.
Mikey.
My first answer is yodel, and my second answer is lick their elbows.
Okay.
I didn't
0
really-
points for anybody.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
How about, can they own the world's largest toy store? Not anymore.
Oh, wow.
Ouch. Too soon, Liz. Too soon.
Okay.
I still don't want to grow up.
The number one answer is swim, followed by jump. Number 3 is vomit.
I'm trying to imagine a giraffe vomiting.
They can do it, but it's
gargle. I was like, that's kind of close, but not really.
they can vomit, but it takes an hour and a half.
I was going to say, if they did, wouldn't that kind of be yodeling?
Have twins. Make noise. Be gay.
Because 2019.
Huh?
Because 2019.
Climb trees. Ladies and gentlemen, this is people who live among you. Lay down. Be domesticated.
Oh, God.
Be domesticated.
Cough.
Wow. So no points then.
So no points. Okay, let's see if I can find something where we can get some points here.
I thought for sure the ferret answer would work, but okay.
Okay, let's see what we do here. Let's try this one. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Round 4. Do sumo wrestlers ready?
Sure.
Go.
I don't know if I can think of anything serious.
I can't either.
Well, go ahead and pick some funny ones because they're probably on this list.
I'm not sure I want to say that I'm ready.
I'm not. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Liz, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so everybody's ready. All right. Okay, Les, what are your answers?
Do I have to go first?
Alphabetical order? We've been doing alphabetical order.
Ah, rats. First is pass gas,
Oh, God.
Very carefully.
and second is sit on a regular-sized toilet.
Gee. So Les is taking a detour right into the bathroom on this one.
Yeah, he's kind of gone into the shitter, yes.
Oh!
Liz?
I have wear diapers or wash their gi, which isn't that little diaper thing they wear?
Normally a gi is like what a judo person wears, jujitsu costume.
Or do they wash their diapers?
Okay, Mike.
Okay, my first answer is eat 10,000 calories a day. And my second one is wear clothes in real life.
Okay. Liz gets 1 point.
Whoa!
Okay, the answers are have to be fat, wear cups, lift, have diabetes,
Ow.
eat breakfast, wear diapers,
Damn it.
get paid, wear underwear, take steroids,
Ooh.
and last but certainly least, have testicles.
Oh, God. Why would you need to wear a cup if you didn't? But anyway, clearly not the same person typing those in.
No. Okay. Just kind of update on the points. It's Liz with 3, Mike with 1. Hi, Les. How are you doing today?
Yeah.
Okay, round 5. We'll go ahead and do a tiebreaker anyway.
Even though there's not a tie.
Even though there's not a tie, we'll just go ahead and do one more after this. Okay, round 5. Let me get my clock ready here. Okay. This should be interesting. Is it possible for humans to get...
Whoa.
Is it possible for humans to get... Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Whoa. Let me think now.
He's working hard on this one because he doesn't want to get shut out.
Yeah.
You can see the smoke, right?
Through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Can humans get...
Is it possible for humans to get...
Okay.
Alrighty. Les, what are your answers?
I'm going to go first one with Parvo. And second, Amazon Prime.
Okay, Liz.
Got pregnant from a toilet seat and pig flu.
Okay, Mike.
Okay, my first answer is along, and my second answer is swine flu.
Okay. I'm gonna give all y'all 1 point.
Yeah.
What?
And I'll tell you here in a minute. First of all, there's some sick people out here. All right, here's the answers. Number 1 answer is worms. Number 2 is fleas. And I'm surprised no one got this. Number 3, superpowers.
Dang.
And here's where things kind of go downhill. Number 4, stuck during intercourse.
Yes, they can, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Yeah, right.
Get the water hose.
You will damn sure explain it during the break. Whether you do or not.
Definitely. Next one, pregnant from animals.
Yeah.
I don't want to know where that's coming from.
Next one, ear mites. Followed by wings.
Yeah, if you listen to Paul McCartney.
Mm-hmm. Next one, ill from pets. That's where I gave you all the 1 point, since y'all mentioned
animal diseases. Yeah.
animal disease. I gave it to you. All right. Next one, animals pregnant. So kind of the opposite of the other from the other one.
The other way around.
Yes. And rabies.
Man, I thought I was being clever too. Shit.
Well, probably should have given y'all a hint and said, "Hey, kind of go dark there."
Hey, we all got a point out of it. I mean, come on.
Okay, let me pick a good one to kind of end everything on.
That ruins my streak.
Yeah, the shutout's over. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. We was about to nickname you Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I had to on their losing streak. Actually, I think they won today, though.
They were winning when, they were
so
winning
even more so.
Oh my God, yes. It was a pretty big one, yes. Okay, I guess I got to end with this one then, since this is kind of a joke between us. All right. The final question is: Did the Titanic ready?
Sure.
Go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Les. Let's hear what you have.
I sat through that damn movie.
So did I.
Yep.
From the second row. But I'm going to say first answer is sink. And the second one, it's been proven, but I'm going to say break into.
Okay. Liz?
I have really sink and have a door that Jack and Rose could have fit on together.
Well, we weren't talking about the movie, but okay.
I'm trying to get the movie out of my mind, my dear.
that is your answer. Okay,
Yeah.
Mike.
Okay. My first answer was really sink. And my second one was make $1 billion. Because I know people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these answers are about the movie.
Yeah.
You mean there was a Titanic in real life?
The boat sank.
Okay.
That's what I put up with, Liz, in the movie. Somebody was going, "You mean it really sank?" No shit.
And I heard Carnival has bigger boats than that.
Oh, gee.
Again, no shit.
Liz and Mike get 2 points. Let's
Yeah.
get 3.
Holy crap.
Yay, talk about comeback.
So the number 1 answer is sink. Number 2 is have a swimming pool.
Does now.
Right. It's in
It
the
came
middle
in
of one.
handy.
Number 3 is have a sister ship.
It did.
It did.
It's Carpathia, wasn't it?
No, that was the one that saved it. That was the one that rescued the. No, it was shit. What was the name of it?
Was it like Olympia or something like that?
It was
Olympia.
Olympic.
Olympic.
It was Olympic. Yeah. Sorry.
Break in half.
Ooh.
Actually happen. Have sonar.
A little early for that.
Have electricity. Try to avoid the iceberg.
Wow.
The iceberg cut it off. It was in traffic. And
Well, I was trying to get into the turn lane.
Yeah,
so,
it wouldn't use it. The bastard wouldn't use his blinker. I swear.
Yeah.
I hate it when it happens.
Winning the Oscars.
See,
So really, that's the only movie thing reference.
I knew there'd be at least one.
Yeah. Captain Die.
Yep.
All right. So for game 2, Liz wins with 6 points. Les and Mike have 4.
Yay.
So it's a fun game.
It is.
Of course you think so, Liz. Jeez. You won both games. No, it's fun. I agree.
you win the big no prize.
Yay, I win the no prize. But I get bragging rights. At least till next year, right?
So next week, maybe.
Yeah, no, we're gonna keep playing this game every day, every week until somebody other than you wins. No, not really.
That's okay. Next week you'll be under the bus again, so be just
Yeah.
thankful. So. Alrighty. That is a fun game. So I hope you out there enjoyed it as much as we did. Some crazy answers out there. There's crazy things being searched on the internet, to say the least.
Crazier shit than we can come up with.
Right?
Obviously, even when when y'all tried to be goofy about it, it's still kind of pale in comparison.
Yeah.
That's the sad thing.
Well, good, I guess. That means we're not batshit crazy.
That's right.
Now, wait a
There's
second.
just 4 of us.
Right. Not enough people for us to be that crazy.
Right.
Did you say this is weird things that humans
Search
for?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, if you had included monkeys or dogs or something, it'd been completely different.
Your answers would have matched closer.
Of course. Parvo would have been right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it would have.
So,
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I figured it would be fun when I found it. So I'm kind of glad. On that note, we're going to take a quick break and be back with our weekly picks. And we're back. It's time for our weekly picks. And with this week being Wednesday being actually Christmas Day, this week's books is a little light, so each of us are only going to have one choice and then we'll have our honorable mention. Okay? So, leading off is Les.
Thank you, sir. My choice is from Boom Studios. It is Faithless. Faithless is a 6-issue series, and in this one, you have the character Faith, who dabbles in magic. Her friends think it's kind of cute, but a little off-putting. But she's a true believer. No, this is not Marvel. And she knows that there's a power within herself. The problem is that there's temptation, and the all things told, Faith is bored as hell. Problem there is that hell has noticed, and they react. This is from Brian Azzarello, one of the finest writers, both in bestsellers and in comic books. The man who gave you Batman Damned and the series 100 Bullets. I'm going to recommend this just as a warped kind of comic, and think that it's going to be really good to read it as a collected. So step on up.
It does sound good.
Yep, it was a good series.
It was definitely interesting. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Alrighty, Liz.
All right. For my pick, I picked one from IDW called The Kill Walk. It's going to be a mini-series. This is kind of a different approach for the writer of this one, because normally he's the artist of the Transformers. So he's still going to give us a robot story, but this time he's going to kind of flex his writing chops for us. So should be interesting. 4 robots find themselves convicted of, they're calling it irredeemable, I can't even say it, irredeemable crimes. And so they're all bound together by what they're calling a kill lock, meaning if one of these robots die, they all die. And it couldn't get people who are more not like each other. You've got a soldier, an addict, a murderer, and a child. So they've got to figure out a cure to get this kill walk off of them, and, so it should be pretty cool. I would try to pronounce his name, but I won't butcher it. He does know his robots, so it'll be interesting to see his take on actually writing the story for this one.
Sounds like an interesting premise.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Yep. Yeah, this was on my radar, so yeah, I'm excited about checking this one out.
Yep.
Alrighty, Mikey.
Okay, so my pick is from Dynamite, and one of the few books coming out this week is Betty Page Unbound, number 8. And I've sung the praises of the Betty Page comics for a while now, because they're awesome, damn it. And right now, the arc we're in the middle of is based on, at least loosely based on, something kind of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. So at the end of number 7, Betty was being taken to the home base of the conspiracy that's unfolding and kind of in the middle of taking over the world, and so she's kind of Earth's last hope to stop the whole thing. So, like I said, these have been a lot of fun, and I highly recommend them.
It has been a fun series. It really has.
Very much.
All right, I am next, and for my pick, I am going with Marvel Comics, and it is a new Doctor Strange series that's being written by Mark Waid with art by Kev Walker, and I'm digging the premise. Strange's hands have been healed, so he can be able to perform surgeries again. So now he's trying to decide if he wants to go back to his previous life as a surgeon, or continue to be the Sorcerer Supreme. I don't think this is something that has ever been addressed in the books before, which surprises me because the character's been around for 50, 60 years, and I don't think anyone's ever thought about, well, what happens if Stephen Strange's hands are healed and he can become a doctor again? That kind of stuff I always love. It's something that it's something that no one has thought about before, and it's something simple. So this is definitely going to be pretty cool. Like I said, I don't think anyone has ever. There's been any stories where this has happened. I don't think there's even been a what if. So I'm kind of intrigued by this. So I think it'd be a pretty cool book, and of course it's Mark Waid.
Yeah, I'm glad they're stepping up, giving us something new.
Yep, sounds interesting.
All right, and our honorable mention this week is
The House of Secrets, the Bronze Age Volume 2 from DC Comics. This is obviously the second volume of the collected for the old series, The House of Secrets. In this, you have stories that will frighten or are written to frighten you. They've got some unusual stories, of course, and you've got a lot of great talent in these. Writers include Jerry Conway, Doug Mensch, Michael Fleischer. Illustrators Alex Nino, Alfredo Alcala, Mike Sikowski, Mr. Redondo, and Sergio Aragones. If you get to read these things, they're fun to look back and see what at that time was written to scare. And then at times you may giggle at it, but it's good, solid reading. And it's great if you're looking for that old issue to fill the void. Step on that, try this one out.
It's cool that they're collecting these things.
Yes. And DC is collecting a lot of different titles this way, so it's fun to look back and read some of these great stories.
Yeah, I'm excited about checking this out. Especially it being in Bronze Age. There's not a lot of the Bronze Age stuff that's being put out. So definitely something to be on your radar. Alrighty, any special shout outs or mentions this week?
Well, not to be too much of a downer after last week.
Yeah.
But I at least wanted to throw out there the passing of Danny Aiello, who was a really good actor for a really long time. And honestly, I think he didn't really get started until kind of late in his career, but he was in a lot of movies, and he was in a lot of good movies. And he was in some bad movies, and he was in one of my favorite movies. A movie that I have been, since I heard about this, I have been wanting to rewatch Hudson Hawk. And I'm like, I want to rewatch it, but I don't think I can without a box of tissues handy, because it's going to get sad fast, because it's just, he is one of, in what is honestly really not a great movie, he is one of the shining stars. He's one of there are just, for a really bad movie, there's a lot of really good acting performances, and one of these days we probably ought to talk about the movie, but just because it's so controversial. But
You just don't want to talk about the movie, and that's okay. We can do something.
I would love to hear you guys' opinion on the movie, and I know most of you have not seen it, but
It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I have seen it.
yeah. But anyway, so kind of a downer, but
Yep.
obviously our condolences to his family and friends. I mean, he had a pretty good run. He was 86, but still sad.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, we're at that time of year where we start seeing a lot of the montages and listings of those who we've lost throughout the year. Matter of fact, as of today, I shared the one that the Turner Classic Movie has put together, which those are always so well done. Those are always put so well together, and they always get their choice in the music is so good. But you sit there and you go, oh my God, I forgot they passed away this year, or you know, and it's just oh wow, it's just that kind of thing, and and as we get, or at least as I get older, that list starts becoming the names start becoming a lot more recognizable, which is a sad thing if you think about it.
Makes those things harder to watch every year. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
they do. So I actually was made aware that they had put it out from Jimmy Palmiotti, who shared it on Twitter. And he had a good point. He said he really wished someone would do something to recognize all the comic creators who passed away throughout the year. I'm like, that would be a neat, good thing to have, but yeah, whether that will happen or not, who knows? But who would step up to do that? I don't know, but it would be nice because there's always, TCM does it for Hollywood, and then there'll be like the Rolling Stone will probably put out all the musicians who passed away this year, and then Sporting's Illustrated be one for all the athletes and past and present who passed away, but there's not really anything for comics, so it would be kind of nice, but
yes, it would.
It would. Unfortunately, I don't have the skills.
Yeah, I don't.
Necessary to do that, but
yeah, I'm sure someone will do it here one day. But all right, any other shout-outs, special shout-outs this week?
No.
Okay, regular shout-outs. Pop Goes to Culture for allowing us to be part of their podcast network. Thank you guys so much for your support as always. Definitely check out our fellow podcast shows that are part of the network. There will be a link in the show notes. We also invite you to check out our brethren in the Podern family on Twitter. The easiest way to do that is just do a search hashtag Podern Family, one word, and just scroll through, and whatever catches your fancy, download that episode, and hopefully you'll have a good time and you got another show to listen to. We do appreciate their support as always. Also want to thank Manny the Martyr for supplying the music to our podcast. Great group of guys, great musicians. Definitely check out their music. We'll have the link in the show notes where you can do that. And finally, you, dear listener, thank you for downloading and listening to today's episode. We always appreciate your support. We would love to have your feedback. If you have a comment, question, suggestion, complaint, observation, what have you, by all means, contact us. There are several ways you can do that. Our email address is email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net, or you can go to the website, and go to the About Us page, and there's a contact form that you can fill out there. By all means, follow us on social media. I already mentioned that we're on Facebook. By all means, follow us there. And if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and are interested in coming to our monthly meet and gabs, there's already a Facebook event set up for our January meeting. By all means, check that out. We'd love to see you. And obviously, we're on Twitter at Fellowship Geeks. Please follow us there. If you like to follow our personal Twitter accounts, you can do that. Mike can be found at Mikey Geek. Liz can be found at LN_Geek. And I can be found at TomTC Geek. And wherever you download our show, it would be greatly appreciated if you would rate and review us. Thank you very much. Anything else we could say before we say goodbye?
Just thanks, everybody, and happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you here shortly.
Season's greetings, everybody. We do appreciate your support as always. And until next time, geek on, my friends.
We thank you for listening to the show. Comments, suggestions, and questions can be sent to email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. You can follow us on Facebook at The Fellowship of the Geeks and on Twitter at Fellowship Geeks. Until next time,